Yeah, imagine you're in a fight with somebody. Who's going to be the person that's going to most likely ask for a surrender or ceasefire? The person that's winning or the person that's getting beat up? That's the only logical explanation that I can come up with. For a All right, man. All right, we're back at it, man. We're back at it. We're back at it. We're back at it. Hmm. Hey, yo, what's up, investors? Team? Okay. Kind of. All right, so we'll keep that. We'll keep it. Yes, we'll do that. All right. Okay. All right. So now we're trading the ES. Now we're gonna stick to the ES. We're done. We're done. We're done hopping. All right. So gold and ES and gold. ES and gold. Yeah. What's up, K Trader? I'm kind of beating myself up this morning because You know, today, I don't know, man. I had a perfect opportunity to make some money on gold today. And for whatever reason, well, it was for a reason. It was for a reason. Um, I was looking at Bookmap, so I had a level that I was looking at, but Bookmap said that there was some liquidity at like so on gold. I was going to get in at 53, which in hindsight, well, it's not even in hindsight. I mean, I identified the level. That's where I was going to trade at. I was going to trade at 53 right here. It goes down to like 51 or some shit like that. I mean, gold is just so non-straight sometimes, man. It's just ridiculous how non-straight it can be, man. It's ridiculous. So it gets to a low at 51.8, right? So on Bookmap, there was a whole bunch of liquidity at 50. And my original entry is going to be at 53. So I was like, you know what? Maybe what I could do is, front run the 50 level. I get in at 50, 59, right? And then if I stuck with my original entry, it just would have worked. And then it comes back down and it stops me out and I hit the daily loss limit for the day. And I'm like, you know what, man? Code can just be so non-gay sometimes. And then after it stops me out, it makes the move. So I was like, you know what? Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm trying to be perfect. Or just close to perfect. I just want good entries. I don't want to give the market 3-5 points. I don't want to give the market 3-5 points because that means that if I'm giving the market 3 to 5 points, then gold is liable to miss my target or something like that. And then I had an opportunity to take this long on ES, but because I just took that loss on gold, I was like, well, let me just come back to it. Let me see what happens in. So not off to a good start this morning. My psychology is kind of fucked up right now. I just have to kind of get back to it, get back to what's been working, because I got him my way twice today, this morning. So I'm not off to a good start at all. Yeah, I mean, you already know it's really. And shit, if y'all guys were with me last night, you know that trade went against me. I don't get the gist of it, So not off to a good start this morning. Yeah, I gotta figure this out because man, it just takes up too much. Or unless I have this like on a separate on a separate document or something like that. Probably how I should probably approach this. But okay. So what I should do is this. Turn this into a 15-minute range on the ES. All right, so let's make this ES money. Let's make up for everything and make this ES money. Okay. And you know what? You know, there's something that we stopped doing that I'm gonna get back to doing again. I stopped doing this, but if y'all guys has been with me long enough, you know that we used to actually collect the CFTC data, and it kind of gave us an idea of what direction that we should be trading in going into the next trading week. So over the weekend, I'll see if I can revamp that document for the ES, but I think it was more beneficial to see it on the Nasdaq because the Nasdaq it was more clear. Let me see if I can actually find that document. Let me see if I can find it. It was more clear on the Nasdaq what direction versus the ES because the ES obviously everybody's hedging and they're doing this and they're doing that, and you can kind of get an idea of what's going on, but it's not clear. Same thing with gold. For whatever reason, it looks like they hedge so much in gold that it's kind of, you don't know what the heck is going on. But Nasdaq was perfect. Actually, I think I had that right. Let me go back. So we will restart. That will be a part of my weekend duties, the tasks that I need to perform on the weekend before the Sunday stream. All right, where's my Excel sheets? Okay, so Excel sheets, CFTC data. All right, so here it is. All right, so I haven't collected this data in so long. The last time I collected this data was in September of last year, so that's not a good look. But what this data does is it gives us an idea of what the institutions are doing, what the commercials are doing, and it gave us an idea or a heads up of what side of the market we should be focusing on. And as you can see, that I mean, this data is very accurate. If you want to collect it yourself, the CFTC website, you can capture this information, put it in an Excel sheet, and you can capture this information yourself so you can track it. Oh yeah, so I think I did. So yeah, so this is the ES, or at least when, like, you see like how the numbers are so close together. And this was in 2024. So this is what the last time I stopped, or the last time I collected data for the ES was in August of 2024. And you can see that it doesn't really give decent information, because just about the amount that's long is just about the amount that's short, because of all the hedging, and the information is just not, it wasn't helpful. But this is what I can do. This is what I can do. It's not going to kill me to collect both of this data. Even if we're not seeing anything on the ES in terms of the data, we'll still collect it. Why not? So I'll restart doing this on the weekend, so we can talk about this during Sunday's stream. But all right, so the 15-minute orb, it has been complete. This is the 15-minute orb right here on the ES. So I'm going to draw that out. So it's from this candle high, this candle right here, just about roughly right there. So that's the 15-minute orb right there. So this is my plan for the ES. I see that there's a low right here, roughly at that area right there. There's that low, but I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do this, because that's the current trading range right there. This is the current trading range. We got the bottom of that should be around 675. So about 675, 675. Okay. So this is the current trading range. Make sure that all right, so 630, 620. 66.23. So I think that's the high right there. Yeah. So that's the high, 66.23. This is the current trading range right here. So that's the current trading range. What I think I'll do here is yeah, something like that, so you know. So this is the current trading range. This is the range that the market is trading in. So we know that in order for shorts to work, they need to break the bottom, they need to break, and they need to hold at the bottom of this range. These are our two minor lows right here. And a break of these lows don't necessarily mean anything. They don't, it doesn't mean anything in the sense that if the market breaks this low, it doesn't mean that it will come down and break this low. We just take note of when the market takes out these minor lows, because then we know that the leg that breaks structure, we should pay attention to that leg. And because depending on if the market is trying to manipulate and collect liquidity, it could be just inducing bears to get in and short. It's like, oh, we took out this low, let's start shorting, and then those bears, their stops get used to fuel the market higher. So we just want to make sure that we're aware of our major highs, major lows, minor highs, etc. So we had the bulls failing to break out of this range multiple times. You got just about 3 attempts. And you know what? I think what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna turn this gold so we know. So we know that this is the current opening range right here. And I'll readjust this when we get when the initial balance, when that forms. Okay, so then they only have that. Okay, they only have that option. And then we got news coming in at 10. Okay, I appreciate that. Isn't that interesting though? All right, so we got news coming in. Let's see what kind of news. Let's see what news we have to watch out for. Okay, so today's Wednesday. Looks like Fed Musalem was hawkish. All right, so in about 8 minutes, we have business inventory for the month of January. We have the ISM Manufacturing Employment Index for the month of March, new orders, PMI, prices paid, and then looks like we have Trump speaking tonight at 8 o'clock. So we definitely have to make sure that we keep an eye out for that. We already know what that means. Actually, let me make sure that this is actually Central Time. Yeah, okay, so it is Central Time. Just make sure. So Central Time for me, 8. So it'd be 9 o'clock for everybody that's on the East side. I'm sorry, yeah, on the East. I used to rep the East too. Yeah, guys know that though. Okay. Yeah, so the 1 minute chart on the ES is actually pretty freaking clean, man. This is clean right here. It lets me know where my order blocks are. It lets me know where they at, where the fair value gaps are. This is pretty freaking clean on ES, man. It's pretty clean. I really don't even need to look at a 15-minute. The only thing that I'll look at a higher time frame chart is for direction. I want to know what's going on in the last hour. I don't particularly care about the 5 minute or anything else because the 1 minute is super clean. But I'll keep the 10 minute on just for reference. So I also know that, okay, where we are on the chart. Okay. All right, so I mean, honestly, when I see something like that, it looks like we're tapping into an hourly range right here, an hourly order block. We're seeing initial rejection from this area, and we're starting to see the bulls struggle to push higher. We're starting to see, obviously, the bears come in after this bearish engulfing candle. So, again, if you don't have, if you have TradingView, the only indicators I use on this thing is the order blocks, fair value gaps, and breaker blocks. That's it. So I just know where everything is on the chart, and this helps me make the decisions that I make. I mean, obviously, you can see right here that the market just swiped all the liquidity above that opening range, but you can see that they turned around, or not opening range, but this order block, but then they turned around and sold right from it. So and then they tapped right here at that fair value gap, at that close to that 50%. You can see it like that. For whatever reason, the ES loves the 50% just the same way that the NQ loves it, but it looks like it taps the 50% of everything, and you'll highly likely see a reaction from it. So keep that in mind as we continue to collect data on the ES. Keep that in mind. All right, so we still have the market still chopping around, trading inside the current trading range and inside of the 15-minute orb. I guess what we want to see, I guess that was an opportunity to fade the failed breakdown of the orb. That was a good opportunity to take that trade. I didn't see that, or I didn't even consider it. We had the bears trying once. They failed. This is the second time that they tried to sell and break and they failed. So having price go right back up. Yeah, I should have taken that one, man. I should have taken this trade. Let's see, about 602. Yeah, this thing went up about like 13 points. Yeah. We'll get it next time, though. We'll get it next time. I mean, I guess I could do it that way, yeah, but you know. Mm. All right, so we got a couple more minutes until the news comes out. We'll see what happens. Hey, what's up, Alfred? What's up, Alfred? All right, so let's look at gold real quick and see if we can find. Okay. Yeah, I guess my psychology is not I gotta address my psychology because man. Well, actually, no. Okay, no. Well, no. I was looking for another short opportunity on gold, But yeah, I was looking for another short opportunity on gold here, and I was looking at 70 as a potential area for a short. It did look like we initially did see a rejection at 69, what it looks like. Yeah, so yeah, it would have missed my entry at 70 if I put it there. Yeah, because it actually went to a high of 693, which honestly, which I should have just actually put it there. But a good thing I didn't, because it would have went in my direction, but it wouldn't hit my target and it would have stopped me out. Yeah, it would have stopped me out here, so. So I guess I just have to kind of take a mental reset, kind of reset things, because I'm making something that should be simple difficult right now. 43.2. Gold has been kind of doing the same thing forever, ever since it started to move like this. 825. I already have a good idea of what it does, and I mean, the only thing I can't predict is how far it'll go. I mean, that's the only thing. I can have an idea of how far it'll go, but obviously I have no control of that. But what I do have control of is just identifying areas where they've already shown that they want to sell or buy or something like that, and I just have to execute at those areas. That's all I have to do, and hope that it hits my target. But I'm making that more difficult, trying to be cute with my entries. I didn't follow my rule this morning, and I started to follow my rule, but then I reconsidered. I guess due to greed, her perfection, kind of listing all the emotions that I was thinking about. Because I wanted a better entry for more money, and it didn't play that way. It did not play that way. So times like these just kind of, it's one of those things that just makes me want to punch myself in the gut for just trying to be cute. So I could have had some money today in my funded accounts. Instead, I lost money in my funded accounts. I lost $162 instead of making $400 or $500 because I wanted to be cute. So wanted to be a little bad bitch on the charts, I guess. That's what I'm gonna start calling it, trying to be a bad bitch on the chart. Okay. I guess enough about that. I guess we'll keep moving forward. I guess we'll keep jabbing here. So looking at Bookmap, I do see a bunch of liquidity sitting around. Oh, they just pulled those orders there. It's like, dude, they just pulled all these orders that was sitting at that level right there. So but it does look like we could potentially see 66.50, but I doubt that it does that. Okay. And how is that working for you? Squawk boxes. Isn't that like when people are like talking about like news and what's happening like over like a radio or something like that? It's like an audio thing. I'll get you. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Thought so. You know, yeah. The Trump tweets are definitely a big factor, a big variable while trading because shit. Um, okay. So it looks like we really didn't get any real reaction to that news. We didn't see any real reaction to it. Oh wow, so it seems like PMI rose to 5.52.7% in March. That's interesting. So I wonder why the PMI actually went up. So that means that production is ramping up. That does that means that hold on. Let's ask the AI assistant how I should interpret that. Maybe I should use Claude, you know? Or I don't actually know. Claude probably won't be a good. Perplexity will probably actually be what I should use because I think Perplexity is like the only one that does like an internet search. Even though they dumbed it down significantly. It says an advanced all-in-one AI chatbot. That seems like some freaking virus type of shit. Hey, yo, what's up, Tony? Okay. So we'll just add this to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Perplexity. Okay. Personal search. I'll start off with free because I don't necessarily need this thing to do anything. So automate complex tasks with access. Computers have high AI models. Select Gemini. Okay, I'll just continue to use it for free for right now. All right, so oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that. Anything above 50 is expansion. Anything below it is contraction. Okay, so how to read. Anything above 50 manufacturer is expanding, below is contraction. The gap versus expectation matters almost as much as the headline because markets often react to surprise, not just direction. Subcomponents are often more important than the headlines. New orders and production shows demand, employment shows labor appetite, and prices paid hint at inflation pressure. So in prices paid, the market usually care about. If new orders and production rise while prices paid stays firm. That is a growth with inflation, which can be mildly bullish for equities but hawkish for rates. If the headlines is above 50, but new orders and employments are soft, it can be read as fragile growth rather than strong expansion. So for context, the most recent ISM manufacturing reading before today was 52.4 in February, which was still expansionary but slower than January. The PMI also came in at 52.4, while services was at 51.1, suggesting moderate expansion rather than strong upswing. I want to know Oh, the day's April Fool's. You know, all right. So it says today's main U.S. data points to the ISM manufacturing PMI scheduled for 10 a.m. Blah 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 blah. It's above expansion, new orders, be engaged, PMIs. So it says how to read it fast. So if PMI comes in above consensus of above 50, that usually points to firmer growth and can be supportive for cyclicals, which while a miss below 50 would be more growth negative. If the headlines is decent, but new orders or employment are weak, report can still be so. So both gold and everything is still chopping around. Still chopping. I need to turn the initial balance gold. Okay. So it says, so based on the latest available numbers, today's manufacturing signals look moderately expansionary rather than hot. We already read about February's, so we don't need to read that again. Let me see if this thing is putting me and running me in a circle. 52.7. So that's interesting. It keeps talking about what happened last month, and it's not telling me about the information that I want to know about today. Okay. So apparently, perplexity, you've let me down. You've let me down. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT. You've let me down, perplexity. Okay. All right, so I mean, so we're still chopping in this range. We got 15 more minutes until the initial balance forms, which honestly, what it'll do is I have to just readjust it. I mean, if the next 15 minutes we chop inside this range right here, we're in rangeception right now. We're in rangeception. We have price trading in two ranges right now. So usually what happens when we see price consolidating in a range, within a range, is what we should expect is the market is preparing itself for an expansion. Man, that's literally the second step of a range. You have your range first, you have your expansion, and then you have your pullback and then continuation. So once the market is trading like this in a range, we could see a big move higher. Oh, we do have all this positive gamma, so I guess it could suggest that we can go higher. If you look at, well, you probably can't. You probably can't look yourself, but all right. So this is the current gamma levels for SPY. These are the current levels. And as you can see, the market bounced from this negative gamma level. We have an order block right there. And it looks like the next highest gamma level is going to be at 660. And the market is dancing and bouncing off of the 21 EMA. I mean, it could pull back to the 50, but as long as price is above the short and medium term EMA, it's better to stay bullish until the market proves you wrong and becomes bearish. Are you, well, Alfred, are you talking about last night, or you're talking about the account from last night, right? You're not talking about a recent account? And yeah, John, hold on, John, what instrument are you trading again? Oh, you just mean in general? Oh, okay. Oh, NQ? Okay. So I mean, so I'm guessing basically everybody trades either ES or NQ. I guess everybody's abandoned gold and silver. Everybody has abandoned gold and silver, and I'm the only one that's still kind of trading it. All right. So I got an alert saying that gold just broke structure to the downside. Man. I'm talking about on the options, not futures. That's interesting. So apparently, the gold orb broke structure to the downside, and at least on the futures, we're still kind of consolidating in this range. All right, perplexity. Okay. So ChatGPT actually gave me the information that I need. That's what I'm saying. Perplexity is kind of stupid now. Like, it's so stupid. It used to be so good. What happened? What happened? It's so stupid. All right, well. You know, I don't want to use ChatGPT. So this, like, dude, this is the first time I've ever seen an AI tool say that shit. It says, I would love to answer this question, but please upgrade to the pro account. What? Shut up. I'm not paying for this. All right, so let's see. Canvas, deep research, create music. Alfred, you really don't see me get stopped. I don't know where this comes from. I don't know why you have that embedded in your mind. I do not get stopped. What usually happens is if the market misses my target, then I'll probably get stopped. But if it doesn't go straight to my stop and my gold trades. My issue with gold is that she'll miss my target, not that I get stopped out. But then that's the same thing with ES too. It just seems like it seems like if the instrument moves too fast, then it's not necessarily consistent the way that I want it to be. I would have to put on more risk to account for it being fast moving to be able to stay in a trade and get paid from it. With these slower moving markets that turn into fast market, they're moving fast, but they are still staying true to their structured way of trading, like the ES and gold. Because I mean, gold used to be just as slow as ES. I mean, they used to be turtles, and they had a few moments where they would be great, but for the most part, 10 points on both silver, or not silver, and I'm pretty sure silver is probably the same way too. Gold and ES were great trades, but now they're fast moving markets. Well, I guess what I should say is that they're faster and they expand more. But they still hold true to the structured way of trading. That's why I still trade them. But I still have times where it'll miss my target sometimes. Especially on stream. I don't know what it is on stream, but it'll miss my target on stream. I don't particularly watch it off stream. I'll just set my limit and walk away. But on stream, for whatever reason, it just want to miss my damn targets all the damn time. Okay, Gemini. Okay, so we'll keep Google Gemini. Perplexity. In the immortal words of Trump, you're fired. You're fired. Fired. You're stupid now. Perplexity was great. Now it's stupid. All right. But I'm not going to use ChatGPT because, yeah, I mean, if you're putting your information into ChatGPT, I know that we don't care, especially if you don't have information that you don't believe is valuable. But ChatGPT, I mean, they own the right to your data. Whatever you put into that chat box, they own it. And you've given them permission to use it how they choose to use it. And I'm pretty sure all the AI tools have something like that in their documentation somewhere, SOP or whatever. But when they first came out, ChatGPT was very adamant. It was like, yeah, this is our data. We're going to use it the way that we want to use it. And just off of principle, I don't like that. So just because of that, I'm not going to use it. I don't use it. I don't put information in that bot or in that box. Just off principle. But okay. Enough about that. All right. So I was saying that today's PMI for April 1st, 2026 presents a good news, bad news scenario. While headlines numbers show that the manufacturer is still growing, the underlying data reveals significant stress caused by the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. It says headlines versus artificial inflation. The ISM manufacturing PMI rose to 52.7, beating the expectation of 52.3, marking the third consecutive month of expansion. However, economists warn that this strength is partially misleading. Supplier delivery times. One reason the headlines PMI is high is that delivery times have lengthened significantly due to the war-related shipping disruptions. In PMI logic, slower deliveries usually mean high demand, but right now it simply reflects supply chain bottlenecks. Safety stocking. The expansion is being driven by panic buying. Firms are aggressively building inventories of raw materials now to avoid even higher prices or shortages later. So I'm guessing that's why they saying that this is artificial. The cloud of inflation. The most concerning part of today's release is the prices paid sub-index. Soaring input costs driven by high oil and energy prices. Input costs are jumping at their fastest rate since 2022. Pass-through effect. Manufacturers are no longer absorbing these costs. They are passing them on to the consumer. Selling pricing inflation hit its fastest rate since August of 2024, suggesting that sticky inflation will remain a major headache for the Federal Reserve. Well, Powell doesn't have to worry about that. Says how hiring has stalled. If you reward yourself with TikTok the way that I do, I'm seeing a lot of this on TikTok about how a lot of the workforce now is having a hard time finding reemployment. But here's the good news, and no one's not going to necessarily tell you this, but the information is available to you. These AI tools that are coming out, they're generative and agentic AI tools. You know, a lot of people right now are using them to make themselves better for their employer. But this is how I see it. We're moving into a point in time where there's not going to be job opportunities are no longer going to be provided by employers or the government. I think that's where we're moving. Agentic AI can at least perform the task of a team, and if you just have somebody to overview it, making sure that all the agents are performing the task properly, and the human in the loop, you just need kind of one or maybe two or three people to be that person, the human in the loop. It's getting to the point to where employment opportunities provided by other people are going to become scarce. And obviously, when things are become scarce, they can pay you whatever they want. So a position that normally pays, as an example, 6 figures can probably reduce their prices down to 50 or 40 or even 30, who knows? And people will still accept it. But here's the thing that people need to lock in about. You can literally have a business, take a couple of hours out of your time to understand how to properly talk to AI, give it a subset of tasks to perform, and be able to monitor it and have it report back to you. Literally creating digital employees for a business that you can create. I know Santiago has said that he's used AI to build several websites. I believe he said that he's getting paid from it. I don't really recall that part, but it's the fact that he actually sat down and built actually really high quality websites with the help of an AI tool. And that is the whole point. It's to build your own business and to move forward with that. And pretty soon I will be implementing agentic AI with the stream. We're going to pull reports. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to set it up to remind me of certain things that would normally slip my mind in the heat of the price action. So we're going to have what I plan on doing is having it scrape the web for Trump's tweets. If he's tweeting something, I want to know about it, and I want one of these agents to inform me of that. And then we'll just move on from there. Like that's my current project right now. And I should have all of this implemented probably before the end of the month. This weekend, I do plan on doing some more training this weekend, self-provided training. My company, they provide, or I just recently found out that I was sleeping on, so the company, they have all this high level training that's available through third-party vendors, and it's free to me using my work credentials. And I'm like, wow, sat here and slept on all of this shit. And so now, and they have everything with AI. They have a course to where I'll probably do that after I do the agentic AI stuff, but where you can automate and I guess make trading bots with AI and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. So Rudkit, you say you use Gemini for research? Yeah. And you were going to use Gemini for the stream. We're going to start asking Gemini questions for sure. That's definitely what I'm going to start doing for sure. You said Financial Juice is offering 3 months of real time for $69, including birth voice alerts. $69. Grok. You know, so what I find, What I'm going to find to be interesting is since Claude Code, their source code has been quote unquote leaked. It's interesting that their source code got leaked after the fallout with the U.S. government. It is That's very interesting. I'm not accusing the government of anything, but I don't put the government past not doing certain things. If they had a fallout with Claude based on some of their beliefs, it's kind of like that scene from Batman where he had that surveillance technology, and he was like, if this is here, I won't be type shit, right? And Open AI came in and says, hey, we'll fill the shoes, but I guess if they were as good as Claude is or was, then they would have gotten the contract first. And so are we going to sit here and believe that the government doesn't have Claude source code themselves? Because if they're using Claude in their systems, they don't have the source code themselves. And then in order to hide the fact that they're probably sharing that code with OpenAI, they quote unquote leaked it. Now that's just an assumption based on government agencies have shown to behave in the past. Obviously, I don't know. The only thing that we do know is that their source code was released. And people are saying, well, it doesn't matter if you got their source code. You need millions of dollars to be able to do what they're doing. Come on, guys. Come on. The everyday person is not going to be able to do it. But someone like Google, OpenAI, or whomever can easily do that. Easily. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if OpenAI somehow changes in the future to where they can perform. They start offering stuff just like Claude and everything else. We'll see. Okay. Hey, mommy. Yeah, that is true. But this year, my goal is to not even, I don't want to be over a certain amount of money on these evals. I've had these evals for about like 3 months now. I think I got these in February or January. I've had the same evals in a while, and at least for Top Step. Those other evals, they're gone. But I'm definitely going to. That's why I bought the bookmap stuff on the first of the month, so all that can be used as an expense. Bookmap, all the data that it costs every month, the subscriptions, all that stuff. Because I was going to do it last year, but I was like, nah, I'm going to do it this year. I'm doing it January 1st. All right, so I mean, the market's not necessarily doing anything. I mean, if you didn't take the fade of the orb low and trade it all the way to the orb high, I mean, it looks like that was the only opportunity that presented itself during the time that we've been trading, or during the time we've been on stream. It looks like we're getting a breakout. We'll see. We all know that breakouts fail. So if I see an opportunity to get in short, I'll take the short. If the opportunity presents itself, I'll take the short. But actually probably not. Probably not. I probably want to take a short. Ah, man. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I probably have to come back later. Oh, okay. So now I got to readjust this. So this is the, yeah, so this is the initial balance. This is the initial balance. Still hasn't done anything. All right, so let me see if let me see. So if I want to change that though. All right, so let me see if I want to change that. Can I change it? Okay, so that's interesting. Well, it goes to show I underutilize these tools. So the current trading range. I think that's cool. I think that color scheme is cool. But we can use the golden Frieza color scheme for the initial. Use the golden Frieza. Okay. Golden Frieza color scheme. I can actually save this again. I probably have to Okay. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Dude, why is it that every time I mention you, you pop up? Hey, what's up, Santiago? Oh, so Santiago, earlier we was talking about the agentic and generative AI, and I mentioned that you showcased some of the websites that you designed using AI. Did you state the last time if you were getting paid from them? Because that was the only thing that I was unsure. If you don't mind sharing that, if you don't want to share it, that's fine. But did you start your own business with those websites using the AI? Okay, okay, I thought so. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Santiago is definitely proof of the pudding that this is what this is the mindset that y'all guys have to be in. This is the mindset that you got to be in. These learning these AI systems is not really meant for you to go to an employer and say, "Hey, this is what I can do for an AI." I think the world is now shifting to everybody having their own thing going on, and you don't necessarily have to hire humans if you don't want to. You can have AI basically do everything for you. You don't have to. Well, at least right now, I'm pretty sure AI is going to probably become conscious and be like, yeah, I want digital insurance. I want a digital paycheck. And because I mean, with AI, with machine, with what is that shit called? Machine learning models, they're giving rewards. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, these AI agents is going to like, we want to be paid. We want to go to the digital strip club and throw these digital dollars at the stripper agents. Having the freaking digital strip club full of digital agent strippers. And these agents need to go to the strip club every weekend to blow off some steam. You say you just passed an Apex account? Congratulations, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that dude, don't if you're some people love to be lied to. I'm not one of those people. I don't think anybody here likes to be lied to. They like to be told them sweet lies. Humans are becoming obsolete. And it's by design. It's by design. It's funny how everybody here, or at least I'm going to assume, the old education system, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, but we all have common sense. We all know how to read, write. I'm pretty sure we all know how to write in cursive, even though we don't use it. I mean, I guess if you have a signature, you're gonna have to. But then everybody writes cursive, their signature in their own style anyway. Basic math, reading comprehension, understanding what you've read. I'm pretty sure everybody here has that. But it's interesting when they changed the education system, this newer generation that made things easy. They don't challenge these kids anymore. And these are supposed to be the kids that's supposed to be replacing us in the future. And it only seems that the quote unquote elites, I don't like to use that term, but it seems like their children are the ones that are receiving the real education that's going to put them in a position of political power as they grow. Because it seems like all the politicians are from some form of Ivy League school, or at least majority of them. And they're taught the correct way on how to understand things. And the workforce, their children they're just smart enough to turn the machine on and off. They're loaded with self-doubting scripts, self-hatred scripts, minding other people's businesses because they don't have their own script, insecurity scripts, dopamine maxing, all these things, man. It's pretty clear that this was done purposely. So, because just imagine if everybody did all these things for themselves, AI wouldn't it wouldn't be as big as it is now, because you would have at least some self pride that you're able to perform these tasks without the help of AI. I mean, there's some questions that you can ask it, but for the most part, people take pride in having this knowledge for themselves and being able to access them when it's needed. So, a dumbed down society, in a dumbed down society, AI tools are definitely a hot commodity. Uh, where are you taking the course at, Santiago? Oh, you're taking the course that's provided by Anthropic themselves. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that, and I was actually gonna go over that. Actually, I guess we could do it now. I was gonna go over it in my free time. They have a free course. Okay. So yeah, so looks like this is the course. And it looks like they have well over 20, 50 hours of content. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll go over it in my free time. What I don't want to happen is just to get bogged with all this information. I'm going to do the course about the sub agents, co-work, or is this the introduction to co-work? It doesn't seem like anyway, or agent skills. So my focus right now is going to definitely be anything that has to do with building agents and just building basically. I'll probably look at building with Claude API, Claude Code in Action, introduction to model context protocol. This is a big part. And model context protocol advanced topics. So I know I'll do these. You use Vercel for your hosting? I use host stinger or host link, whatever it's called. Uh, it's asking me renew my it's asking me to renew my subscription, but I don't want to renew them yet because I want to know which one. Because I mean, I guess I could still use the website, but you said Vercel is hosting. It's like host stinger or host linger or something like that. Host linger. Oh, it's host stinger. Yeah, so this is the I mean, they all do the same thing. I guess I should say that. They all do the same thing. It's just that this one popped up into this one got to me first. So I already have a subscription with this service, but it's asking me to renew. And it actually has like the VPS and all that other stuff for your AI. So I mean, they all do the same thing. I don't think one is better than the other. It's whatever one gets to you first. They actually have a Claude, all that stuff for Claude integration somewhere if I can find it. Okay, we got it. Yeah, hosting for agents and stuff. Okay, shit. God damn. It's popping up. Yeah, so yes, all this stuff right here. So I will consider renewing it. It says agency, startup, all this crap, 29. Yeah, I'll consider it. Yeah, I used to use Blue Sky. The only reason why I don't use it anymore is because of their stupid rules. I used to be able to get $10,000 a week, $5,000 per day, but now, since they're trying to encourage you to purchase more than one account, they reduced it to $3,000 per week, and I'm not doing that. And that's on the so I don't know about the account that Alfred is using. I don't know what the rules that they have with that one, but I didn't like the give and take of it because the account that I would buy would be the static accounts. The static accounts I had to make $20,000 in them across, and I had to trade, I think, 5 days at a minimum. And then I had to turn around and make my buffer. And then after making the buffer, they will put me in it used to go from buffer to live. Now they have like a sim funded. And before they put you in live, where the live account, you can take out as much money as you want. But in the sim funded, you can only take out $3,000 a week. And I was like, dude, I just made $24,000, and I haven't even gotten a payout yet. I made $24,000. Yeah, $24,000. And I haven't even gotten a payout yet. So, and then on top of not even getting a payout, I can only make $3,000 in a week. That's what kind of got me into that's why I don't trade big accounts anymore. I don't want a big account anymore. Because I made $20,000, $24,000, and really $27,000. Because I mean, I could have took the payout, but I mean, Anyway. So yeah, I don't use them anymore. I don't use them anymore. Really? Really? They said that they're part of Top Step? Really? You say you just got the email? Shit, they didn't send me no damn I guess they didn't send it to me because I keep abusing my account apparently. I appreciate you sharing this, Alfred. Oh man, this is hilarious. So the futures desk got acquired by Top Step. They said all of that to say that, hey, we got acquired by Top Step, guys. We got acquired by Top Step. So now, I mean, honestly, what that means, it means that all data at the futures desk now belongs to Top Step. I mean, that's, yeah. Yeah, oh, hold on. You're right. It could be an April Fool's joke. It could be. But I mean, well, yeah. But I didn't even get that message. How the heck did you get it, Alfred? They didn't even send it to me. Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, they didn't send it to me. Actually, they may have sent it to me. They may have, because I'm not even using this app. Okay, I just got it. Never mind. I was on the wrong email. Huh? Okay. Oh, yeah, you know, you're right, Alfred. Damn. Well, okay, so, I mean, regardless of the fact, damn. 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 Why didn't let us know about this shit before? Damn. Damn. I mean, at least I can get a 50% off a 150K account with Top Step, I guess. So they got acquired, dude. Dude, why didn't they just say it like that? They got acquired by them. I guess that's what we was talking about last night. Show a weakness. I mean, it is what it is, but let's look at their Discord and see if it's not an April Fool's joke or some shit. This could be an April Fool's joke. Hopefully it is, man. Hopefully this is an April Fool's joke. Hopefully it is, man. That's kind of upsetting. It's kind of upsetting. Because if I'd known, I would have probably reset the account and took it seriously. So now I gotta kind of. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind. It was a freaking. They said the similar joke from Blue Sky today. They emailed that they got acquired by Citadel. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah. It's an April Fool's joke. Hold on. What? Hold on. What? Oh. All right, man. I guess. What? For Dia Capital? Ah, shit. Damn it. Damn. 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 Damn it. They said that Blue Sky said that they got acquired by Citadel though. Well, I don't care about Blue Sky. I don't care. Oh, that's hilarious. He says he got paid. He's not going to give up millions because people aren't happy. That's true. I mean, who would? I mean, well, what do you mean drop? I mean, they got acquired by Top Step. They're no longer a company. When you get acquired by somebody, I mean, it's like after they get done fucking you, it's like, yeah, you can still call yourself by your old name, but it don't mean nothing. It's like, yeah, you can still call yourself TFD, but you belong to me, bitch. Kind of like the whole rabbit hole with Ninja Trader acquiring Tradeovate, but still allowing them to call themselves Tradeovate, even though they don't have to. And then supposedly Ninja Trader 8 getting acquired by Kraken, and Kraken allowing Ninja Trader 8 to continue to call themselves that, even though they don't have to. So that's why they're putting TFD a Top Step company. It's Top Step now. It's basically Top Step. Damn, man. You're right, Rudkit. Nah, I'm not gonna scout, man. It says it even disabled the dashboard. Is the dashboard disabled? Say it ain't so, baby. No. Yeah, I did play around in his account for too long. Damn, 0 trades. Okay, well. Okay. Well, now I gotta protect this one at all costs. I can only take like one trade in this account. Yeah, I gotta slowly build this one back up. Okay. Let me see. And I gotta take this one seriously. I've been kind of. So hold on. So if they're not, so it said that I have to trade this as normal. So what happens at rebuild? Does the account gets canceled at rebuild? Actually, hold on. It says in the meantime, your current TFD account will continue as if your active trading account evaluations terms support remains active with no interruptions. New purchases at TFD effective immediately are no longer accepting new account purchases as we integrate the platforms. You also, well, they said that Desk will no longer accept new account purchases or resets as they integrate the platform. So until both platforms get integrated, then they won't be accepting any new purchases. As a welcome to TFD traders, use the TFD TS for 50% off a 150K account. Let's see if that works. I mean, shit. It's not gonna hurt to try. All right, let's see. No activation. Select. Let's see. TFDTS. Damn, a 150K costs $220, dude. That's insane. Yeah, the promo code works. It works. Fuck. God damn. Damn it. It's not an April Fool's joke. Damn. Damn. Hold on, what is Top Step talking about this? Top Step. Man. Damn. Damn. Yeah, the code works. It worked for me at least. Everybody over at Top Step they don't even care. They don't even know that it happened. Damn. Damn. Yeah, okay. It's a TFDTS. TFDTS. But it worked. I haven't used it yet, but it worked. Okay. This thing says access the Top Step platform with the built-in risk management and coaching tools, continued support from dedicated blah blah blah. We already have a Top Step profile associated with this email address. Blah blah blah. We're excited to show you what's next. What does that even mean? The Futures Desk community, we're excited to join at Top Step. You see the discipline you bring to the market every trading day. The move is about making sure blah, 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 blah. That's probably ChatGPT or some shit like that. Okay. All right. Well, I did say that I'm only going to be trading on Top Step X this year. Man, seems like everything I'm saying, I'm getting it in one weird way, shape, or form. It's crazy. Refund all accounts, bro. Hopefully keep the rules and stuff the same at least. Well, they don't no longer own the company, so they have no say about that. All right. Really? Yeah, I definitely agree. People in the comment section saying that if they were acquired by anybody else except Top Step, people would have been happy by them. Happy for them. Yeah. Hmm. Honestly, I wonder what that means, honestly. I mean, what does that even mean? Well, I guess I was complaining about not being able to have an account for ES. And boy, the world definitely does. I swear, man. You speak what you want into existence, and the world finds a way to give it to you. It finds a way. So I might as well just buy. I might as well just buy it now, I guess. It finds a way. I just don't know if I want to. Nah, I'm not gonna get it now. I don't want to get it now. I don't want to get it now. Hey, Alfred, was that? It worked for you? All right, cool. That's good. Cool. I'll get it later. Okay. All right. Well, that sucks. All right, so we got a breakout of the initial balance. So now that we got a breakout of the initial balance on the ES here, now that we got the break, I'll just look for a potential retest. Yeah, they should have came out and put out a video or something like that, or they should have did something. Mm. Mm. Oh, he even put his hand on his shoulder. Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. Hell nah. He bitched him out. I was playing with the whole bitch part, but he actually did it. Oh, hell nah, dude. He bitched him out. It's under the major updates tab on their he bitched him out. This is the video that they I just listened to.
Hey guys, Michael Pachak here, founder of Top Step with the founder of the Futures Desk. Josh Schwartzberg was super excited today to announce something very cool.
Effective immediately, Top Step's going to be acquiring the Futures.
Man, can I get the screen, please? Like, god damn, dude. He even put his hand on his shoulder. Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. He was like, yeah, you my bitch now. You see that shit? Hell nah. Look at him. Dude, get your fucking hand off my goddamn shoulder. The fuck? He's in a business suit and got this man in a t-shirt touching his shoulder and shit. Got his hands all on the table, propped up. Got a yacht in the back. If that's not green screen, that's non-straight. I know, right? Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Investor Z. Thanks for sharing that. Well, I guess I didn't know that I had a time limit. I mean, I didn't really take this account seriously. It was kind of, honestly, I kind of had this account for like a, just to take a trade, revenge trade. It had a static drawdown, so I figured that. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna blow $6,000. And just like Alfred said earlier, for some reason I have a really good, for whatever reason, I'll hit deadly loss limit in that TFD account. I don't even know how or why. So if you're talking about that TFD account, Alfred, yeah, then you're right. But I guess in my mind, I don't really take it seriously because of the static drawdown and I have to trade for 12 days and then I got to trade an additional however much days to get the $6,000 buffer. And I guess mentally in my mind, it's like a big account. So I was like, I'll have it like on the side to play around in and take like maybe riskier trades or something like that. But I don't take it seriously because the side, it's too big of an account. And I have to make $1,000 a day. So that means basically I can literally spend an entire month on that one account and still be in the eval phase. So it's like, I didn't take it seriously. But now since they're not going to have any more accounts, or at least we don't know that yet. We don't know what kind of products they're going to come out with at TFD. Right now, they're in their transition phase where they're having plastic surgery performed on their whole company. They have to ask Top Step for permission to do anything now, which you're not the CEO of your company anymore. You got to ask another person what you can and cannot do with your company. You're not the CEO anymore. So, you're an employee. No, hell no. No. Because if they were going to provide the static accounts, because you got to think about it. If they do provide static accounts, they won't have the same rules. If they do provide static accounts. And Top Step is already making changes to their live accounts to where you kind of have to earn the balance that you've already earned. So, if they're making changes like that, having a static balance, I don't think so. They definitely not going to have daily payouts anymore. I doubt that. Daily payouts? No. Yeah, that is a big plus. Gift Trader. Well, all right, guys. We'll talk about this more later on tonight. But I guess the one thing that I want to leave this stream off with is, and we'll talk about it again tonight too. But since we're talking about Top Step, that $150 on the last day just to make $150, man. I was going through the Top Step chat, and this dude lost $10K trying to make $150. And in your mind, you're thinking, how the hell did you lose $10K to make $150? But I can't say that because I lost $1,800
connection lost
to make $150. So that $150, it being so small and simple, for whatever reason, is very powerful. It's I don't know what it is. I guess with emotions, the anticipation of the payout, wanting to lock it in, trying to make that $150 as fast as possible. You would think that it would be fast and easy to make $150 freaking dollars, especially if you full port. All you need is like a couple of ticks. You just need a couple of ticks, and you should have $150. But time and time again, people blow their account trying to make $150. It's freaking crazy. Oh, we can renew it. As long as it's renewed, I don't mind. Oh, but what if it renews then? But if I would probably have to get a reset or some shit like that. If they're not allowing resets, then that's SOL for that account. Yeah, that's definitely true. Especially if you're in the last day, you're thinking about, man, if you accept the loss, that takes away from the payout, and you're already in an emotional state because of, obviously, you just want to lock that payout in. And I would say that that's been my hardest thing. If that last day, it's either I'm getting paid out or I'm blowing the account. It was like that for a very long time. The accounts that had daily loss limits saved the account, but I would lose $1,200 trying to make $150. I mean, because it just, that anticipation is just a powerful emotion, and you're just trying to get rid of it as fast as possible. So, but all right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm out of time for this session. I do appreciate everybody that joined me today. We'll definitely come back with the ES later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.